Welcome to class, another episode of Ask the Teacher by Teacher Teresa Simon. And today we are coming to you from the studios of Mamlaka TV. That is why I have someone who is asking the question on your behalf. What is today's question?
Was there LGBTQ in African traditions?
Wow, was there LGBTQ in the African tradition? Very interesting question. In my interactions with people from an older generation, there is an indication that it was generally not there. Yet, in some places, there are people who have made an indication of it being there as a vice. I would want to say, whether it was there or not, the jury is still out there, but sometimes I tend to think, and this is my personal opinion, that it might have been there, but there are no records. Why I say that is because the first case of gayism that we have is recorded in scripture in the book of Genesis. That is very early in the life of humans. And because LGBTQ is a spiritual issue, it's possible that we had those cases in the African setting. They might have been there, but as part of the things that would make what we would call vices in the community. And therefore, just like many other things, it was not recorded. The reason I say that is because we have had people try to claim we didn't have cancer, we didn't have diabetes, and we didn't have all these things in the African setup. But sometimes, looking back and talking to people who were around then and hearing about the kind of ailments that used to happen, when you listen to the symptoms and the things, you might hear sometimes like they used to be there. So what we might not have had is records. But having homosexuality as early as Genesis, there is a possibility. It was there in the African setting. Two things. Number one, secrecy. And number two, as a vice in the community, which was punishable. And that kind of vices in our community, like the African community, was mostly punished with death. And so the teacher thinks we might have had it. But because it was a vice and it operated in secret, then we don't even have a name for it. That's what the teacher has to say.